Hello, this is Kent again, and we're into chapter 16. And of course, all the verses that I mentioned here will go over in the notes uh, when we get to that point. Uh, when today's discussion is talking about when should the citizen of heaven confront the civil authorities. Excuse me for a second here, I need to adjust something. When should the citizen of heaven confront civil authorities? The answer is on very rare occasions. Uh, we are instructed not to confront the authorities. We are instructed to submit and honor the authorities. But there are those occasions in which confrontation does happen, and we want it to be very rare. We do not want to make a habit out of it. Uh, and a great example is Paul does not confront with disrespect, but has a proper redress of a rule or policy already in practice. And we will use an example of that in the notes. We'll discuss that. The citizen in heaven always wants confrontation to come from the earth dwellers' authority. If you are worshiping in your home, and you were told it breaks the rules, then of course the first thing you'd want to do is say, then where can we meet? If you research and find out that the rules say that you can meet in your home and they still require you to stop, then you would follow the proper procedure in redressing the inappropriate application of the rules by the authority. You would want to go through the process. If their response is that you cannot meet still and they're requiring you to stop it, then your only response can be found in Acts, where the apostles or the disciples respond that I must obey God's authority, not man's authority. And so we see that there's a proper procedure here that we must go through first. And almost in all examples, the confrontation is brought from the earth dwellers to the citizens of heaven. And the reason I think this is important is because there are many places in the world today that our brothers and sisters in Christ are facing horrible persecution, and they are forced to make God honoring and life changing decisions. Let us not dishonor these brothers and sisters in Christ by causing a confrontation and then scream persecution, when in reality we caused the problem to begin with. The citizen of heaven would want all confrontation to be done in a way that would be honoring to the Lord. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego had the confrontation brought to them. And they are a prime example of how to handle confrontation. Just get through and read through Daniel. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It is a wonderful book on how to be a citizen of heaven. I understand, as I've said before, also it's a prophecy book, but it's also a book teaching you how to behave on earth while we are here. Very important. But anyway, in the passage about Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, we find no filthy screams of indignation. We find no crying for wrongs that are being done. Americans are big on that. I have the right for this, I have the right for that. And you find none of that with them. We find no belligerent last stand statements. All we hear is, our God can. And that's the statement that we want to say. That's the statement that we want the first to come out of our mouth. Far too often, when we are met with these conflicts, we respond as earth dwellers because we don't think of ourselves as citizens of heaven. There are no earthly rights that we truly can depend on. The one right that we want to depend on fully is our Jesus. He's our one and most complete right that we have. And if this mindset will set solidly in our lives, then it will produce in the heart of our people a believer that says, "My God can." Of course, that mindset can also cost you everything. But those are just the costs and the pluses of being a citizen of heaven on earth. And I hope we could rejoice in that and that we can learn all those aspects of being a citizen of heaven, the ones that are the tremendous blessings and those that come along that can be painful and difficult, and that all of them together are working so that we can grow and mature in Jesus Christ. Are you pleasing to God? Peace on earth, goodwill towards men who are pleasing to God. If you believe Christ to be a son of God, the Son of God, then you not only are a citizen of heaven, you're also pleasing to God. In Romans, all things work together for those who love God. I'm assuming you love God. So your situation, no matter what it is working together for your good, to help you grow, mature, and develop in God. What else could anyone want? Let us rejoice in all those things that are happening around us, good, bad, indifferent. The thing you don't notice may be the very thing down the road that will have what an impact on your life, such an impact on your life. But anyway, we'll get into the notes next, and you all have a lovely day. Bye-bye.